Today I'm going to be painting my brake calipers and my rotors. As many of you guys that own a BMW have noticed that the brake pads, not the brake pads, the caliper itself and the rotor tends to rust away over time or start showing a little bit of rust. And it happens, it's not just BMWs, a lot of cars do that. And it's really, you don't have to get a professional to do it, and it's not that time consuming as one person would think. I mean, it'll take you a couple hours, maybe 2-3 hours, but it's a pretty easy job. And right now I'm not doing it the way that it's recommended or should be done. Everybody will tell you to break down the caliper and take it all apart and then do it that way, but I really don't plan on doing that right now. In the long run, I would like to get a different set of rotors, and then maybe I'll get it powder coated how I want it to be and how it should be. But for right now, this will do, and it'll look a lot better than what it does now. So let me just stop talking and let me get to it, and yeah, we'll see how they turn out.
Ryan Little.
As you can see here, I pretty much have everything covered up that I need to. It looks like I'm ready to go ahead and start spraying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint this silver, and this I'm actually going to be painting it yellow, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a silver coat just to get everything even. And the whole thing with the yellow, it's a color that honestly I'm not 100% sure about. So if I don't like it, I'm just gonna repaint it back to silver or something else. But in the meantime, we'll see how the yellow turns out. Here's the final outcome of the silver paint. I gave it about 4 coats of it, and I'm about to hit it with the heat gun. It's been about 10 minutes since I gave it the last coat, so you can see it's pretty much dried up. I'm gonna go ahead and start covering the rest up so I can give the caliper the coat of the actual color that I'm gonna go with, and I'm still not too sure about it. It's one of those things that you have to see in order for you to decide if you like it or not. I think I'm gonna like it, but then again, I've been wrong before, so well, I mean, we'll see how it comes out, and then you guys can let me know what you guys think about it. All right. What's up, guys? I decided to make this video because once again I ended up forgetting to make an ending to the video that I was making, the video that you just watched now. I didn't take clips of the calipers being done with the wheels off. I completely forgot. Also, I mean, I was kind of towards the end. I had to hurry up and get everything put back together because I had somewhere to go. But I did get some clips with the wheels on. So after this little segment or a little clip, you'll see how they ended up looking like. And I didn't really go too much into detail. And just before, for those few people that do happen to watch this, if you're wondering if I got any overspray on the car, I don't know if you guys were able to tell, but based on the time lapse, you could tell that it was kind of windy outside. And even with that, no, I didn't get any overspray. And I figured that maybe I was gonna get a little bit, but I wasn't too worried about it, because after that I was planning on clay barring the car and polishing it. And once I did that, everything was gonna be off the car anyways, if there was any overspray. Paint that I used for the BMW, it was actually for the silver. I ended up, the paint I already had, it was it's the paint that you buy that's supposedly made for wheels. And the yellow is called, I think it was like the engine enamel, maybe, or maybe, I don't know. It wasn't high temperature paint, and it's really not going to be an issue either. And even if it is over time, then I could just respray them or finally get them done like how I wanted, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon, but we'll see. It was pretty straightforward. You just got to make sure you cover everything. I used, as you guys saw, I used grocery bags just to cover certain sections that I didn't want to get paint on. I put multiple rags behind all the hoses, the rest of the suspension parts, brake lines, everything that was, anything that's behind the rotor itself. And like I said, I mean, you just got to be careful, make sure you cover every little thing. And you can't just be spraying all over the place, because then you're gonna get paint where you don't want it. You just got to be careful where you spray it and kind of take your time with it, because if you start rushing it, which I did at one point, I did get paint in the part. It's not much, it's really no big deal, but you end up getting it where you kind of don't want it. But yeah, and enough of me talking. Enjoy the next few seconds of it, and let me know what you think. All right.